Hi YouTube, and welcome to a video by the Unlucky Lads. This will detail the raid intel skips and black box locations on critical, regular and low for the Project Titan raid on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Thank you for the support of our channel. We really do love it all and hope people continue to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even donate using the link in our description. We still make these raid intel and black box videos for you every week, and it's your views, likes and comments that genuinely motivate us to keep making them, which allows you to quickly complete the raids and collect the black boxes as soon as the Project Titan week begins. For critical this week, the modifiers will be Injuries Bleed, Juggler and Technique Slowdown. This week you can start by going straight to Baal at the chemical refinery, because there's no intel required for this first Titan. After you've beaten the free boss, you can go into Sector 2. For Gargoyle you need to press 4 nodes simultaneously, 2 at Forgotten Sanctuary and 2 at Testing Zone. And Supercomputer will require you to defend the node in the bunker of Missile Site Ruins. You can now fight both Titans in Sector 2, Gargoyle at Testing Zone and Supercomputer at the building in the sea, before moving into Sector 3. For Cerberus this week, you'll need 2 intels at Prototype Workshop, before getting a further 1 intel at Traces of Ancient Ruins, which is the cave next to Scandium Mine. Then you can interrogate the bandaged guy at Red Phoenix, before finally inputting the password he gives you into the node at the top of Lava Duct. Once you've done all of that, you'll have access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid. And if looking for the black boxes, there is none in Sector 1 due to the free Titan. But there will be 2 in Sector 2, the first at Salamander and the other at Missile Site Ruins, and finally there's 2 more in Sector 3, the first at Prototype Workshop, with the last one being at Lava Duct. Now, we'll recap the critical modifiers for this week's raid. Sometimes the modifiers won't affect you too much, but other times it pays to know what they are, so you don't forget about them, which can cost you time in completing the raid. Next, we have the summary for this week's critical intel trail. We know some teams try to speedrun the raids each week, so if that's something you like to do, let us know your time in the comments below. For everyone else, we hope our videos help you, so you can finish the raid and earn your rewards. Moving on to regular and low, there are no modifiers and it does just use last week's critical intel and black box locations. So using the intel skips, you first need to collect 4 intels at Heliport before you can input the password into the node at Satellite Dish. Once you've done that, you'll have access to Baal at the chemical refinery, and beating this Titan will allow you to advance into Sector 2. Gargoyle requires 2 intels at Forgotten Sanctuary, plus a further 1 intel at Missile Site Ruins. Then you can interrogate the guy on the roof at Camp Phoenix, before finally inputting the password he gives you into the node at Testing Zone, where you can fight Gargoyle. For Supercomputer, you just need to hack and defend the node at Salamander, then you can fight Quantum at the building in the sea. With the 2 bosses in Sector 2 beaten, you can head into Sector 3. Cerberus requires 2 intels at Red Phoenix, and a further 2 intels at Scandium Mine, one using your drone in B2, and the other is a pickup. Next you need to destroy the 3 panels at Prototype Workshop, before finally putting 4 hands-on nodes at No Man's Land. This will give you access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid. And if looking for the raid chest this week, there are 2 in Sector 1, the first at Satellite Dish and the other at Heliport. Then there'll be 2 black boxes in Sector 2, the first at Camp Phoenix and the other at Salamander, and finally there's 2 more in Sector 3, the first at Prototype Workshop with the last one being at No Man's Land. Now let's take a quick look at the regular and low recap, which as you can see is just last week's critical raid, but without the modifiers and is slightly less difficult. Bear in mind you can still get some awesome rewards playing both of these raids, but only regular will have level 300 drops, because low has a maximum of level 250 for gear and guns. That's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed our intel and black box video enough to leave a like and comment, plus subscribe or donate if you haven't already. Please also continue letting your friends know about our channel, because all of your support helps motivate us to make our content. So until next time, peace out, the Unlucky Lads.